The world, which is always changing, witnesses conflict comes and goes that have long-reaching effects beyond their initial geopolitical context. According to Ariel 2020, some industries that don't seem to have anything to do with global conflict might be greatly impacted by this complex of global dynamics. Trade is a field in which Northport specializes, and in this chapter, we'll explore the complex way in geopolitical uphill impact the market for the largest port in Malaysia by examining the relationship between ongoing global conflicts and the supply and demand dynamic of Northport. Based on the figure shown here, Northport has acted as a catalyst for regional growth, promoting social and geo-economical advancement for Malaysia. One of the world's events that happened is COVID-19 pandemic. There actually have been numbers of cases that happened in Northport, but Northport has proven to be resilient and adaptable in the face of pandemic, as seen as its record-breaking 2021 performance. The port is actually managed to handle the interruption brought on by the pandemic by continuing to operate and even reaching all-time high cargo traffics. Furthermore, Northport has taken a proactive role in aiding local communities and medical professionals during the pandemic. And according to New Straits Times 2021, the port actually supplies medical equipment and supplies it to the Port Klang Health Clinics to reduce pressure on healthcare institutions. Conflict zone and bans can also make people less confident in Northport's ability to function as a dependable logistic hub, which might have a long-term effect on the port reputations. For instance, Malaysian government on December 20, 2023 prohibited ships flying the Israeli flag or traveling to Israel for docking at any port in Malaysia, including Northport. Although this restriction or ban won't have a huge impact on the economy of Malaysia, but the fact that the prohibited ship will land at the rival port, such as ports of Singapore, could decrease the demand for service offered by the Northport. In addition, according to Miromanova 2022, global conflict have a significant impact on consumer behavior, influencing their purchasing decision and preference. As a hub for maritime service, an integral part of international trade, Northport is equally vulnerable to fluctuations in consumer sentiment during the time of geopolitical instability. The economic uncertainty caused by conflict can cause individuals to reassess their spending priorities, which often reduce demand for non-essential products to be imported via Northport. For example, the Malaysian boycott of goods from the United States when there was a war between Palestine and Israel. Another current world event that happened in Malaysia is South China Sea conflict. Tensions around dispute water may have impact on Northport expansion and strategic placement. Northport connectivity and trade relation may be directly impacted by this instability effect on trade routes and maritime activities. Northport is actually an important hub for trade, thus any disruption brought on by the South China Sea issue could be detrimental to its effectiveness and future expansions. And for Northport, which is mostly depend on fee and revenues from variety of service such as ship filling, logistic, cargo storage, and ship navigations, supply chains disruption pose a serious threat. Because of international trade network or interdependence, dispute on worldwide scales might have a significant impact on import, export, and entreport operations that Northport facilitates. The total number of cargo ships using the port service as a gauge of the health on the economy, and any disruption brought on by the conflicts on the transit route can result delays, bottlenecks, and higher transportation costs, as stated as Brown et al. In 2023.